Shalom amigos, this is Testing Te, and I finally have enough time to say I'm not dead, I'm just doing school. Yeah, it has really cut me back by about a lot. I only have so much spare time, so I shall say that I did go all the way to Sabayon and then to Gen 2, and I love Gen 2. Gen 2 is my favorite Linux distribution ever. But I did find out in Sabayon and Gen 2 that I had to build a custom kernel in order to get the full extent of my GPU. So since that moment I said I was going to try the FreeBSDs again, because that was really like the only reason I left GPU. So with that said, after I accidentally wiped out my hard drive after an Arch update, one of the really important Arch updates, like the follow the manual type important Arch updates. Yeah, that was fun. Anyway, since that moment I was getting excited because I was going to put Gen 2 on it, but then I said, you know what, I said I was going to give the BSDs another chance, so I decided to give the BSD another chance. So I put GhostBSD to begin with, get reused to the commands if it worked, and say, oh well, it didn't do much to it if it didn't. But I don't know what happened, but well, let's just say that I kept on telling myself, you know, stuff like, even with all the things that I've yet to figure out, because mounting, I was having a bit of trouble with mounting because I didn't remember what I did in order to get stuff like Tunar in XFCE, or PCManFM for that matter, in XFCE to mount automatically. I haven't even touched the subject of Bluetooth, and I haven't touched the CPU, see if that worked, because, again, school. But something told me, put all these aside. Which one do you honestly enjoy better? Because in a world of open source and choice, freedom, that's really all it comes down to. And that's where FreeBSD took the cake. So that's why I'm using FreeBSD right now, in case you cannot tell. This is my desktop environment / window manager, and by that I mean I'm not using anything but a terminal. Honestly, let me show you. I'm using DVTM for the tiling effect you see here. I'm using Tmux for this thing down here, which also gives me notifications on activity in the previous windows. Or other windows, I should say. But anyways. This is what happens every time I start X. All I'm using is a terminal. Honestly. Am I limited? No. How did this get started? Well, after viewing a video from NecoPost on when he was at Ubuntu, I said, I wonder how minimal I can go. Challenge myself. Normally I stay out of X. I do still need X, of course, because I need LibreOffice for school. I need a GUI web browser so I can get to my school. And of course I still use Blender, so I need that. But apart from that, and videos, honestly there's not much. Yeah, so I forgot where it's at, so I'll just show you around. Like, what do I do to view my pictures? Or more importantly, what do I do to mount in this thing? I don't even have Midnight Commander, which is a console-based file manager, because I do it all straight from here. Let me show you. I just put in a USB right now. If I were in a TTY, which on a casual day, yeah, I am, it would tell me that, hey, I see a new device, dev DA0, which things have different names here in FreeBSD in comparison to Linux. See, right there, DA0. If I formatted it using gparted or Summit, it would say DA0S1, but I formatted right here by using sudo new fs path to USB. And like if I wanted to do MS-DOS, sudo new fs MS-DOS FAT32 path to USB. I think if it's not, then I'd try a few other things. D menu really helped out a lot in this thing. See, I got it right. NewFS MS-DOS. A standard NewFS is for the Unix file system. If I were on the Zettabyte file system, I'd use zpool create path to USB, I think. I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm going to put it to mount USB. See, there's nothing in there. Sudo mount, I don't need to do mount MS-DOS FS or CD9660 because this is simple UFS. Dev DA0 to mount USB. And voila, just like that. See? For my pictures, I use FreeBSD. I can even view whole picture folders, as you can clearly see. Gen 2. Why do I have something from Gen 2 there? Excuse my ponies. Sorry if they make you uncomfortable. I'll say this. And just like that, I now have a background. Yay! Part of the StartX you saw earlier had XRDB for X resources, and I said to make this scroll bar less and make this transparent, which is why I have this thing going on. It's a fake transparency. Nothing's gonna go behind it. Why do I need a real transparency? I kid you not when I say I got this thing down to 9,604 kilobytes of RAM usage. Clearly it's not like that now because I'm recording and I'm in X and such. Whenever I start X, I'm using mayhaps 18 megabytes, but I also am using, you know, the internet, the mouse, the synaptics, the keyboard, which is where all that goes. It's not like I'm running this on ancient hardware or something. It's just a heck of a lot of fun and I feel like a total boss. Anyways, I'm done with this USB. Not really, actually. Let's see. Let's say I want to copy the intents of a folder, and that's so I can see the progress. Say I want to copy from the USB the picture folder. I want to copy it to my home folder and a test folder, which I do not have created thus far. So, doing this command will actually make the folder for me. See, there it is. Ta-da! I don't need that folder, so I can get rid of that. And unmount the USB. See? No longer there. Piece of cake. No need for console kit, no need for policy kits. And it is a whole bunch of fun. But now what about videos? I showed you the pictures. Time for video. M-Player. F is the hotkey for full screen. I know you cannot hear this right now. I can skip forward, of course. That makes me laugh every time. I'm not going to show that too much of that, because I don't want a YouTubeception thing going on. Break the fourth wall, sorry. No, wait, that's for something else. Anyways, I have my pictures. I have my videos. What about the web? Everybody wants a web. W3M if I want to view images straight from the console. Look at this. Ta-da! Do-do-do. How did that? And just like that. Oops. Yes. That's why I don't normally use W3M. I also have E-links. And these are both hooked up to 3 programs. Fair. YouTube viewer and YouTube downloader. I would show you those, but again, I don't want to play a YouTube video while I'm doing a YouTube video. Toby Games Highlight. He uploaded something. Anyways. Don't want to watch a YouTube video while doing a YouTube video. That's just YouTubeception. And YouTube viewer still needs to be updated after YouTube changed some. YouTube downloader does work though, as you clearly saw through the video I was playing earlier. But yeah, this is it. If I wanted to use something GUI, I just type it in the console and it'll pop up. I've scaled it, if you're wondering how I scaled it. That's the fun bit, because if I really need to multitask in GUI, then yeah, by all means, start up a window manager. My choice is Pequim for its extreme lightweight. This is the default menu. I haven't changed it. Why have I not changed? Anyways, really lightweight on everything, including its dependencies. Sorry, Awesome and Xmonad. But yeah, and when I'm done, I just Control-C. Voila. This is my system. I apologize once again for shortage of videos. School, and once again, school. I apologize that there may yet be another shortage of videos. And I have to say that I greatly appreciate your support and subscribing, being loyal subscribers, and the most I could do is say, what do you want for me to do? If you have any suggestions, let me know, leave a comment. If you want to tell me what you think of my desktop environments, window manager, quote unquote, let me know. And stuff on my to-do list, for those who are wondering, I was showing how to do the KDE/Unity thing I had working in my previous videos. How to rid yourself completely of Flash on YouTube, most specifically. You know, those videos with ads, which take up a good majority of YouTube? There's a way to watch those videos in HTML5. Oh, yes. And, also, recording in-game audio from OSS. I think I may have just figured it out. Anyways, that's it. I apologize once more, and thank you guys once more, and shalom amigos.